doing the prototype endurance series, one that I did the first time I did a live stream. I did Le Mans. I already did the Nürburgring before off air. We did Le Mans, and now we're at Monza, which has just been added to the prototype endurance series. And to be honest, I'm quite the prototype series, sorry. I do like the RSR races I'm doing, and I still have one more to go. However, these I enjoy just a little bit more, having all the grip. Hello. I think I can hear myself echoing in the background, sorry about that. Let me just have a quick check. Refresh everything, check if you can hear me. Awesome. I'm on air and I'm alive and I'm chilling out. Cool beans. I'm gonna shut my window real quick because I'm getting also people noise, which is always quite annoying. Closed. Ooh, traction control. Let's have a quick look. We want to set that on 1. I've always had problems when it being on 0 with these cars. Once they snap and the front tires grip and you spin, and it's always a mess. Now Monza is the race I did the RSR race in, is the track I had the RSR race in, and I didn't do very well. I spun a lot and came 5th, which is the worst result I've ever had on one of these races, because you get lucky that if you're on a wheel and stuff, you can automatically be kind of better than the AI, because you can be a bit better and smoother, and they do set it so it's used for people who use controllers and such. I don't actually know how to brake. These first few laps are always going to be the messy ones. So apologies for these first few laps being not very good. I'm going to find out braking points, I'm going to find out this and that. We are starting in 16th, which is nice. However, that doesn't mean I can lose positions. I definitely don't want to start lower than where finish lower than where I've started. Sorry, my words are a bit dodgy today. Over the curb, this curb. You kind of have to be careful in an LMP1 car with curbs because, well, they're low to the ground. They're not really made to be knocked about as much as GT3 cars, and especially not as much as road cars. So, yeah, I love these old ones are still in the race with me. Take this overtake already. First lap, already getting an overtake, which is nice to see. This is a 60-minute race. Oh, hello, you're back. Wow, your straight line speed is insane. That's mental. We are going to be looking at fuel and such. See where they are. Can I get you through here? He's still on my inside. That's fine, but he's might catch up through here. No, he's too far behind now. I'm really close to the edge. If he gave me a bit more space, I'd feel a bit more comfortable. That Nissan is front wheel drive. Oh, really out wide. Not going to lose position though. I'm far enough ahead. This car is so OP, I guess is the right word to use. Okay, so we start on full amount of fuel and 1 lap down, and we're just about halfway through one of those sections, and our tyres are already showing little signs of red. Where are we going to brake? We're going to brake here. Use engine brakes. I'm definitely going to have to gear down a lot. Curbstone, curbstone, curbstone. Oh, a bit too much curbstone there. The back tyres didn't grip as much as I'd hoped they would. Come around here, nice and smooth. On the grass, not as smooth as I kind of hope. All the way out, all the way in. Where to brake? Brake here. Setting the best time by 5 seconds. Look at me go, that's impressive. I'm happy with that. Already catching up to 12th place. I think I'm better at the LMP1 cars, the prototype cars, than I am at the GT3 cars, where I've come 5th and 2nd. I think I've come first in the last 2 ones here by about 20 seconds. Down these straights, got a lot more acceleration out the corners, and just that little bit more grip. However, that old classic Le Mans car a second ago, that purple and yellow one I should definitely know the name of, was pretty damn impressive down that straight. So I don't think I'm the fastest down the straights, however I may be the fastest through these corners. Find that section super easy in this car. How many laps? 2. I'm nearly 5 minutes down. Should we say it's going to be about 60 laps? Just over 60 maybe. We shall have a see. There's a chance I'll have to disappear for a second and deal with my dog if that happens. However, if it doesn't, That should be fine, just tightening up my setup. These bolts definitely seem to come loose. It isn't the highest model stand in the world. Where are we going to go? We're going to stick behind and hopefully take them on this long curve, but no, I've caught up in there and he's got a slide and I had to slow down for him, but I am going to go straight for the overtake, stick on the outside, and I should get him by the end. No, get both of them by the end of this long corner, which, if I'm correct, is turn 3. Where do I go? I'm going to stick on the left of the road here so I can get the inside here. Oh no, he's tapped me. That's nothing to do with me there. Oh, he's pushed it and I've been tapped again. I can't go any further to the right there, so I do not think I deserve the blame for that at all. Did granny shift a bit there and there. What are we? Lap 3, and we've got an entire section of fuel missing already. So I have a small feeling there'll be a lot of pit stops during this race. If we're about 20% through, maybe, to be safe, and we're already a quarter through our fuel. I am going to be safe with my fuel stops. I am going to fuel stop whenever I have to. I'm not going to be risky and hold it, because running out of fuel is the worst thing to do in this game, because you do just stop and disappear. That was quite easy overtake there. The sound was pretty impressive from that Alpine. I don't think they're quickest down the straights, but the downforce in this thing's insane. And we're going to run the outside here. Should be able to get him down the straight. Here we go, holding more speed through the corner, giving me more speed down these straights, and I'm ahead. So I'm going to slightly try to drop into his slipstream. Here we go, and where do we brake? I'm going to brake a bit early, I think. Over the curb, in, over the curb, and straight. Here we go, we're in 7th already from 16th. That is pretty impressive on lap 4. However, if you look at the mini-map now, there's a small gap between me and the person in front, of which is 2.5 seconds-ish. Oh, just under 2 now. However, I think I'm going to lose it through there, yeah. But then the gap to 5th, 4th, 3rd, and the 3 podium spots, ignore me, I already said 3rd, is quite large. So although I may catch up with 6th now and have overtaken a loss in the first 4 laps, I'm going to have maybe a few laps where I'm completely empty and there's no traffic, and I'll be making no positions, which is not good. When are we going to brake? Oh, hello. Could have turned there, but I would have smacked straight into the rear of him, and to be honest, I want to avoid any contact, even if it doesn't matter. It's better to avoid it than cause it. However, I am still a 1.5 seconds away, so I am making up quite a bit of time down this straight. I must have got a better exit from going wide into the corner. On the throttle, you can feel it being twitchy. I stick to the outside here, so I'll probably get a better run. I'm probably slower through the corner, but I get so much more speed. I can just go down the straight, and I've got the chicane to myself, which is so much easier. Taking the 2 chicanes on this track is so difficult when you've got a lot of people. As you just have a look, top left, I am now 11 seconds behind. Oh, look at that, there we go. Okay, so let's say on lap 10 I'm going to pit for fuel. I think that is safe, and maybe lap 9 if by the end of this lap I am halfway through my fuel, because that means I would be empty by lap 10. So I'll be crossing the line into 10th lap when I'm in the pits, most likely. Now I'm just going to push to make up time to the people in front and learn how to hot lap this track for if and when I get into first and there's no one in front of me. I need to know where to push without having to follow an AI, and that is not where and not how. Been 8 minutes into this race, been pretty good, pretty consistent, and going quite well. On the throttle, over the curve, over this curve, perfect. Just tap them, just clip them. Go rest my foot over the clutch pedal because this doesn't have any effect. I am going to go into the pit on the 9th lap, not the 10th lap, because if you look now, I am just past halfway through my fuel, and if that's what takes me 5 laps, by that time I would have absolutely 0 fuel, and I'd be crying that I only made it 9 laps or 10 laps and ran out of fuel. But I have made up just about 6 seconds on the person in front in that lap, which is pretty dang good. So, if I can get all this right, there we go, chuck it in. You can't do that with the... Oh, lovely. You can't do that with the GT3 cars. Chucking it has to be super smooth with the GT3 cars, whereas this, you can just chuck it one way to another way to another way, and it will just deal with it, and it will be absolutely fine. Chuck it this way, and on the throttle. Okay, now 2 seconds behind, and he's caught up with what I'd assume to be 4th. And off onto the gravel. As long as I save it, I'd much prefer to lose time than push it and accidentally make a mistake and spin on the gravel. That would end up worse than if I just got caught in the gravel for a little bit. But I'm only 1.3, 0.2, 0.1, 0.09, 0.9 seconds, 0.8, 0.7. I made up a lot of time down that straight. But I'm going to be safe through here. Make up the time through here. Get on his inside for the straight, I guess. Nope. But I'm going to be able to get on the inside for this corner, or just be completely past him before we even get to the corner. That is the case. What about the Vision Gran Turismo Veyron or Bugatti? Yep, got past him there. Lovely. On the throttle, bit of a twitch. But we made it past. Now only 4 seconds behind, and if I'm making up about 6 seconds per lap, as I did the 2 laps before, and I should be absolutely fine to be caught up by the end of this lap, if not passed, hopefully, by the end of this lap. And then I'll be on the podium by lap 7. That would be lovely. Clip curbstone, bit sideways. Better be safe than sorry. If I kept my foot in it, it would have twitched and spun it. I'm awful at keeping these things sideways, obviously, as it is an LMP1 car. But however, not being able to keep it sideways, that means if I do make a mistake and I am pushing it a bit too hard and I get sideways, I don't really know what to do. So I kind of just stop, correct it, and move forward. I think that is the best thing I can do for the race. For me, I think I can get closer, get an earlier apex as they're doing there. I felt if I pushed it any further to the right, it would have not liked me. I am now under a second away. Should be able to make it down that back straight again, like I did with the last 2. This car is much quicker. Oh, getting through there is much quicker than the rest of them. I don't think it's me, because as you see, I'm making a lot of mistakes. Unless they're being really careful, I don't think it's me who's quick. I think I'm got pretty lucky with this Audi being very quick. And if you look at the minimap now, you can see first place is quite a way ahead, probably another 10 seconds. So even when I get past these 2 here and I'm in second place, it's going to take just that little bit more to get into first, and I still have to pit, and I'm probably going to pit before everyone else, just because I'm going to be a lot more careful. I don't have the amazing calculations that maybe the AI do with their pit stops, or at least you hope they would, so they put up a challenge a bit more. Chasing Tomahawk now, not the super quick one that's got all those lap records, the sim racing, but just a normal Tomahawk. Perfect around there, very nice and clean. No problems, no mistakes. We're going to brake super early, just to be careful. There we go, that's what I want from there. That's not that. That could have been saved quite easily from me though. Like I said before, see if I follow this a lot closer, and then, yeah, much better through there. Through here is okay. Do wish I was a bit closer to the apex, but I wasn't too far out wide before. 8 seconds away. 9 seconds away. I think that's actually going up. Yeah, it is. However, I do have the fastest lap. I do not know the second fastest lap is, so I don't really know how to compare myself to the AI. I have made up a few hundredths of a second, nearly a second now, just through that section and down this straight. Yeah, that's about a second, I believe. It was probably 0.4, not 0.6. But hopefully, if I get this corner right, don't push it too hard like I just did, I should be able to. And he's in the pits on lap 8. I'm going to fly through one more lap in first. There we go. I think he's pulling up the pits now. No, he's going to fill up. How far should I fill up? I'm considering filling up pretty much all the way. fill up all the way to full, and then fight a little bit further up. I think that would be a good idea. I'm now 6 seconds ahead from the guy in second. See, him pitting has saved me. And, well, usually by the start, wherever they pit kind of shows how they're going to be throughout the entire race. So he seems like he's going to pit a lot, so he might fall back quite a bit. I'm going to pit at the end of this lap, as I said before, and I think it's a good idea. I don't think I could hold it one more lap after this because I'm quite close to empty now. So this has worked out in my favour for sure. So 7 seconds now ahead. This might become quite a boring race, where it's going to be a lot of hot lapping, but I might catch up to some back markers at some point. Just a little bit more entertainment through some passes. Going through the grid is a lot of fun. But this thing must be OP, because, geez. That was awesome. Yeah, 1 lap remaining on fuel from this point, so I wouldn't want to push that and try to survive into over half a lap. Over 2 laps and a lap and a half. So, yeah, usually I'm worse at fuel saving than they think I am, so 1 lap would last about 0.8. And we're going to go into the pits, so we're going to stick to the right here. I don't know when the pit lane starts. There we go. Yeah, so I can go at any speed. We're going to stick on racing mediums, and we're going to fill up all the way. This does mean we might lose position, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. There we go, nice little livery I've got on here. Wow. I am 13 seconds ahead, however, to the person in front. No person behind, that is a lie. I said we're filling up all the way. I'm not going to change my plan. My plan is to fill up all the way. Here we go, 9.7 laps, go, go, go. So when it doesn't even think it could have lasted 10 laps, so maybe I'm doing as well as it thinks. I've just, okay, I've realised you can brake with the controller. Okay, in 4th place now. Managed to get that braking right. I can hear my dog walking around, which means I might have to disappear for a second in a little bit. I'm not sure. But until that moment, we'll be absolutely fine pushing as hard as we are. Because I'm confident that I'll be able to make up these positions. So if I'm having to pit every 9 laps, that is absolutely fine. I will survive. Stick to the inside. Once the curb's finished, I can push it and go out wide. That's absolutely fine. Grab the curbs, over the curb, onto this one, but not too far, and there we go. So that's the sort of thing I want to be doing for that section. Talking through it's getting me a bit more consistent, because if I don't, I'm just flinging the car about, hoping it sticks on the road, let alone anything else. Don't know when to brake for here. That was okay, but I am quite... No, it's pretty alright. I think I can push it into corners more than I think I can. Out the corners, I don't want to push it too hard though. That's where I seem to make mistakes, when I'm going out wide into the gravel and such. Now only 3 seconds behind, whereas we're 6 seconds out of the first chicane. And on the throttle all the way. Stick out wide. 2 people in first and second are in the pits. And I think, yeah, I'm going to pass them as well. There we go, in second behind Kaufman, K-A-U-F-A man. F-man, what am I talking about? I believe he's already pitted. I don't know actually. Whatever it is, I'm close enough to most likely take him on this first lap. On this lap, on the 11th lap. So, keep our hopes up. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if I'm going to pit on the 18th or the 19th lap. It might be technically 10 laps from where we were, because technically we were left on the 10th lap. So we might be pitching on the 9th lap, but we'll have a quick see what we can do. Fell up close. Go taking down this section. Oh, just nope. He's gonna be on my outside. He's turned into me, which is not nice. I wish the AI were a bit more aware of where you were. Bit of a granny shift down there, so I think he's gonna catch up with me. However, I'm gonna defend and stick to the inside. I don't think he's gonna get past in time, so I'm gonna be in front. There we go. Awesome. Bit over the curbs. Bit aggressive, that's absolutely fine. Here we go, and out and over the curb. Another thought is that because obviously this is the first of the 3 endurance races, you got this and you got the GT3 RS series, and then you've got the GT3 cars, GR3 I think they're called in this game. I think this might be the easiest AI. So the reason I'm able to get past is because it is the easiest AI, whereas in the GT3 series I haven't reached first once yet. It wasn't that I had reached first and fallen back. So let's hope that I'm able in the next GT3 series, which will be another live stream at some point, I can snatch that first place. We're going to run out to the curb, run over the curve, make a bit of a mistake but saved it, it's okay. There we go. Survived at least. Come all the way out again, why not? Let's just try to get some speed. In 7th place, does anyone know what that flag is? No idea, they're gone now anyway, they're off the grid, they pitted, they disappeared. 2 British people, 1st and 2nd. Want 4th place to get on 3rd, see if we can get an entirely British podium. We'll be singing away our national anthem, or however it goes at the endurance races. Don't really watch them as often as I should. We go up into 6th. Down, down, down. Curb it, curb it. It's very satisfying. I think I'm now catching up to back markers while making up time to the person behind. 6 seconds now. Oh no, a bit less. Oh, more. It's kind of flip-flopping. Nearly at 6 seconds though. So we'll say that anyway. Let's see if we make it 6 seconds now. I'm kind of determined now. Yeah, there we go, 6 seconds ahead as he comes around that last corner behind me. That was the quickest lap by 0.4 of a second on lap 13. On the inside of the Nissan. He's going to get me. No, he's going to make us kick a slide. I don't think... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't think that was my done. Tapped him, and as he came back on the track, he knocked me. So I will not take responsibility for that. Anyway, back markers, blue flags, I guess. And on the throttle, there is actually blue flags up, which is pretty cool. Little touch. I know there's a lot of games. I don't think a set course has blue flags. I'm not sure. I'm sure they do actually. I can't wait for a set course competizione. I believe that's how you pronounce it. That's going to be my game of the year. I'm pretty sure it's going to be awesome. We got this last year, so my game of the year right now is completely open anyway. So, hey, no Spider-Man or nothing's going to top set course competizione in my books for what I play and what I do. Here we go, catching up to what I assume is 19th place. Here we go, coming down, get slipstreams, moved out my way I believe, and passed. Are you completely ahead? Yes we are. Broke quite late into there anyway. Did you see that slide? Had to catch my controller as well. Lovely. Let's have a quick look at my livery, because I just made this and it looks really bare actually, so that's a shame. Anyway, from this angle it looks alright. You get the big Spotify logo, bit of a Spotify fan. Oh, broke really early, but still wasn't slow enough. The clutch is in apparently, there we go. I just was way too low in the revs, so that's completely my fault. However, still 9 seconds ahead from second place. That's just a back marker, no positions lost if he passed me, so I don't mind too much. See if I can get what I want from this corner. There we go. It kind of, this second part of that chicane becomes much easier once it kind of comes a straight line. But this race is going well so far. Pretty stuck in first place. Lap 14, halfway through the second lot of fuel. So chances are I'll probably be pitting at lap 18 and then 27 and then etc, etc, etc. Also, I think we're sticking with 30 laps. I don't know why I said 60 before. I think I was thinking a bit weird. Definitely 30 laps. How are you meant to fit about 1 minute 30 into that? I don't know. Let's say 40 laps though. I think that sounds about right. We are just 35 minutes in, 15 laps in. So maybe 35 laps sounds a bit more reasonable. Catching up to now 18th place. That was quite aggressively steep there. on the exit there. Tyres are absolutely fine. Maybe I'll go on to mediums or something. No, mediums, hards or softs. I'm trying to think what they use in the F1. I'm pretty sure they use softs, so I might swap into softs just to see what it's like. However, they do not last as long, if I'm correct, so might not enjoy that, and I might drop back onto the mediums. But we may as well try it, because I know there's going to be a few more pit stops to do, so better be safe than sorry. Also, depending how close we are to the end, I might do an early pit stop just before the end, because I would never want to pit stop 1 lap before the end, but I wouldn't mind doing an early pit stop 3 laps before the end, and then coming out and having the opportunity to take back everyone who passed me, because being overtaken in the pits is never fun, and not a fun way to lose, for sure. We're catching up to 18th place, not as quickly as I thought I would be, and I have lost a little bit of time to the person behind. I think it's because I wasn't really concentrating on the racing so much, more on talking, but that's fine, because I am safe ahead that if I made a mistake or something, I wouldn't have a problem putting my knee down off the brake. Rest my legs, rest my hands, it's fine. And on the throttle, perfect out there, that was nice and clean, and making up a lot of time to the person behind. Went from below 9 to nearly 10 seconds ahead. Can we reach 10 seconds? No, went to 9.7. I think they were in the braking zone and I was in the acceleration, so I kind of made up that time automatically. 18th place, here we are. Lovely yellow Vision Gran Turismo Bugatti, looks quite nice actually. We're going to just quickly follow in through there. Hopefully I can pass them on the straight so I don't have to fight through the chicane. Yes, I can. Awesome. On the brakes, brake. And over. Keep it slow, keep it casual. Let Bugatti pass, don't get in his way. That would just be unfair. He's trying to move because of blue flags, but I don't want to be on the outside, to be honest, so that was completely my fault. Morning. Hello. Stick on the inside. Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Skirt. Awesome, chill. Coming down the straight. I don't know if the Vision Gran Turismo is quicker than me down here. I hope not. We're going to hit the brakes. Over the curb. Awesome. I was a bit aggressive, but I made it, which means I might be able to make the fastest lap next lap if I keep that sort of aggression, and I'm far away from 18th place now. And if I'm correct, that's probably 17th place in the pits. Speaking of pits, I am nearly a quarter way through my fuel. No, 3/4 way through my fuel, and I've got a quarter left. Come on, English. But that is fine, which means probably 18th lap pitting. We'll have to see the closer to the time. I really do not know. Behind me is that Vision Gran Turismo, is much quicker. Second place is in the pits again. I'm kind of surprised if that's second place in the pits, really. I don't think I'm that far ahead. We'll have to see once he comes out the pits. 19 seconds ahead of second place now. That is very positive on my part. Gives me that big lead, and I need a big lead if I want to be pretty consistently ahead. Oh, how fun. That sounds exciting off a night shift. Jesus. Yeah, just listen to mumbles and that's all. So you need a day off, but if you've got a day off college, I assume, yeah. Okay, where are we? We're still 18 seconds ahead, which means second place might be slightly quicker now. However, I think it's just doing these braking zones. There's such a big difference between things like the chicane and things like the straights that gaining and losing time changes so much between the two. It's quite twitchy through there. I'm running out of fuel slightly. I think I'll pit on the 18th lap to be safe. We'll have a quick look. I'm definitely not going to pit now. I think I should be fine for the next lap. If not, then I can completely fuel safe, stick in 6th gear for the entire thing, or 7th, however many this has got. And just hold our knees, fingers crossed, and see if we can get in the pits before we run out of fuel. Other than that, tyres are fine. I think I'll stick on this. That's pretty dang perfect. That's amazing, 1 day a week. It's not like you have to do much else, really. Just chill for the rest of it. Get paid. Ooh, a bit of a sideways, that's fine. And we come out the corner, just wheel spinning. Second place again. He's in the pits. Listen, behind. I am safe, but the moment I drop into these pits, I don't know if they'll overtake me, but they'll definitely get close. And I'm messed up that, so the chance of them overtaking me is quite high. Hopefully I don't get in the way of back markers. Move out the way. Oh, I did! Oh, out of nowhere. Here we go. Slow and calm. If I try spin up the wheels, I'm going to make more mistakes. But I've still got 20 seconds, 24 seconds to the person behind, so I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to become cocky. However, I have to be more careful out those chicanes, otherwise, there we go. 5 seconds now. That sounds better. So we're going to push it, but we are also going to pit. Lose our positions, that is fine, but we have to make them up before we pit again. I want to be ahead by maybe about 10 seconds before I pit again. So the moment that we get, there we go, please refuel. The moment we get back out, I need to be pushing as hard as possible because I'm going to be in the pits for a long while because I'm going to fill up all the way again. I think that was a smart move on my part. Without the mistake, I was 20 seconds ahead, so filling up all the way was a good idea. How I'm going to make back that time, I think I should. I'm a bit better at bumping people and throwing bananas, so have a nice day. See you in a bit. Awesome, we're in. We're going to stick with the mediums. I don't think there's any point in changing. Softs would disappear too quickly and hards aren't grippy enough anyway, so medium's pretty solid. Here we go, into second. We're going to watch the positions drop as I'm in here for probably about 30 seconds. Here we go, third, fourth. I don't really trust the time underneath. I don't think I am 27 seconds away. It's kind of confusing. And 25 seconds in the pits, 26 seconds in the pits, and we're out into 5th place. 4th place, as I think other people have pitted. I don't really know why the positions are so inconsistent there, but they are. Have to make that corner just very difficult. When you're doing that, still feel the tyres spinning. They make the noise. They don't feel that way though. 2 seconds behind me and 10 seconds ahead. I think I made 8 seconds per lap. That was pretty solid amount of a solid chunk of time. There we go. To be making per lap. So if I can push and if I can get all these laps right, I should be able to make up a huge bunch of time to podium positions. And hopefully I can be in first again before I have to pit again, which should be on lap 27 if this is going how I expect. How far are we through? We have been doing this for 31 minutes, so there's 28 minutes remaining. So not too long, over halfway off there. So there will be about 37 or so laps, something like that. Solidly say 40 to be safe. 27, 36. Do I want to be pitting at lap 36? I think I'll probably be in a lap 35 and give me 5 laps to make up as many positions as possible. I have to, fingers crossed, make 0 mistakes if I want to make up all the time, because I was about 24 seconds ahead, so I would have dropped to maybe second in that pit stop, not all the way to 4th. However, 4th has just gone to pits. A lot of people on racing hards. Maybe I'll drop onto racing hards and see what that's like. However, I have so much more acceleration than others that the chances that it's to do with my tyres might make sense. I'd be surprised if that was all me. However, AI are a bit slow on this challenge, and my tyres probably don't make that much of a difference. I think it is just because it is the first of the endurance races. I've got quite a lead on myself there on the best lap, and personally do want to beat the first lap. Blue flag, please move, thank you very much. There we go, perfect. Out the way before I even needed it. DualShock battery level low. I might pause in a second and plug it in. Better be safe than sorry and get on charge. Roll onto the throttle. Don't want to. I'd rather not spin than drop off onto there. I shall pause next time I'm in pits, check my microphone, check if I'm still working and all that jazz, and put on the phone on charge. My controller on charge. Still getting the best laps, so I might push it through here quite a bit. Foot flat to the floor, absolutely fine. Now we're only 4 seconds to the person in front and 10 seconds to the person in behind. So we've definitely made up a lot of time through there. Plus setting the fastest lap, which hasn't been beaten since lap 12. We're going to be on the throttle completely, see if we can get this. We are the heaviest we're going to be for a long while, so that's okay. Here we go. Third place was in the pits, set the fastest lap by half a second, and first place is now only 5 seconds ahead. Brakes down, 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 down into second. Roll off the brakes there. We want to hug all these curbs, get a big slide, rather fall off onto the gravel than spin. So you'll see me when I make a mistake, just let it go. I'm not going to try save it. I'm not going to try be a hero and then mess up even more and waste more time like I did before when I came out the second chicane. I'm just going to let it go, let it do its thing. Brakes. Oh look, I don't know what it is. I think maybe because I have hit the gravel. I don't know if they put in the simulation where the tyres are gravelly, but maybe I'm just pushing it too hard. I'll have to be a bit more careful on my exit. I need to be more aggressive on my entrance and less aggressive on my exit, because I usually do run out wide and clip grass or gravel, and obviously it's not going to help time at all. But because of that, my 5 second gap has gone nearly to 6 seconds, 7 seconds, come on. There we go, so we're going to be careful through here, however not so careful through here because I know I can push it where I don't. There we go. That is how I'm going to make up time. Things like that, be careful where I keep making mistakes, but push it where I'm not pushing it hard enough, and I know where it is. It's just the moment I leave I go, oh, I should do that again, and then be careful again. I'm kind of trap myself in a loop of being too soft or being too aggressive. 5 seconds away. On the mini-map, I'm pretty sure he's the closest dot, not the furthest away dot. It does look about 5 seconds, judging from what it was a second ago on the lap before. Lap 22, a quarter way through the fuel already. That is absolutely fine. We're going to get all the way to the outside and be very, very smooth through here. That's going to help a lot, I'm sure. Clip the grass won't, but getting things like this right and in this braking zone is going to help me make up time. Okay, I need to get a bit more of a later apex, otherwise I'm letting off to the throttle. Or I could stay on it, get really close to the inside here. Need to stay close. I know where I've made that mistake. I just need to not push the front of the car out wide. I mean, if I had less grip in the rear, it'd be fine. However, I don't want any less grip in the rear for the rest of the lap. Like when I come out of those chicanes, I'm always spinning because the rear end's just trying to overtake the front, which is not too fun. Whoa! I don't know what has happened there, but I'm a second up from the best lap. What was that about? What have I done there? That's mental. I must have made many mistakes in the past ones that I haven't noticed or something. But I did get a big twitch, distracted by my improved time. Hopefully I can hold it through here. If I'm getting a 34, I'll be very, very happy. I'll have to check what the lap record was in the last Grand Prix. If I could just literally steal their slipstream here. By a second, that's awesome. Super awesome. I don't know what I did really to make up that amount of time, because through the second chicane I was, although very, very slightly, slower than my best. Oh, I nearly tapped the rear again. They're just slightly too slow for me into the braking zones. And then you come up these corners, and that's fine because I can overtake during corners. He's going to defend. That's fine. I'm not going to try do anything rash or silly and bumping and spin or whatever. However, through here, yeah, there's not much I could have done then. I was on the brakes. I turned. I wouldn't have done anything. So kept it straight. Make sure I didn't spin him or me, and then be absolutely fine with it. If I can get him on the inside down here, I won't. I don't think I have enough speed. Oh, hello. Whoa. I didn't tap him, I don't think. But I got that overtake, and it was a bit dodgy. But it was there, and I got past. Bit of a twitch on the outside's absolutely fine. He's going to be quicker through here, but I'm going to go defensive. Where am I going to brake? I'm going to brake here. Oh, he's tapped me. That's not nice. I'm stuck on the outside here. Have to go on the inside here. But I'm past. And that was... I love fighting with these people sometimes. It makes the race a bit more interesting. but I'm going to stick on this side of the road to maybe be a bit defensive into here, but he's broke much earlier than I have, so I've got this advantage, and I will just soar away now, hopefully, down this straight and into the first chicane. Yeah, oh no, he's got me again. There's no point in me going on the inside now. He's so far up on the inside that he's going to get nothing out of it. He's going to get past. And now I'm going to brake. There. Get very, very close to him. And out here. Oh, we both get slide, but mine was a bit more severe. And I tried to catch it. That was very silly of me, but I'm still in second. How far have I dropped? Nearly 3 seconds. It's probably going to mount up to about 3.5 seconds through there. Oh, that could be a struggle. Oh, 4 seconds. Here we go. 4.5 seconds. I've dropped so much because of that silly mistake. 5 seconds. Nearly 5.5 seconds. Now I'm going to have to make up that time through this next few sections. Oh my. Okay. Don't know what it's been through those last 2 chicanes, but something's... It's not mechanical damage. I don't think mechanical damage is on. I don't want to blame it on the tyres. So I genuinely think that's just me making mistakes. Yeah, look, I'm going really wide. I think that's just me pushing. I don't know, but I want to be in first before I pit again. And I've just cut that all down and brought myself 7.6 seconds behind. That's awful. Here we go, over the curve, runs up here on the throttle. 4th, over the curb. 5th. Okay, 6.7. And see where we are next lap here, if not past him hopefully, because I'm pitting in a few laps time. Lap 27 I expect, if everything's consistent as it has been before. It's about 9 laps each time. Oh, he's in first. He's in the pit, so boom, first position. That makes my laps quite easy and kind of justifies, no, fixes the mistakes. I don't quite justify making those silly mistakes before. However, catching up more back markers is quite fun. Nice to do some overtakes. As well as it is nice to fight, making mistakes is not that much fun. Here we go. A bit careful out of here. Roll on the throttle. If you look at my throttle meter by the gear shifts, you can see me roll on just very slightly. Not there. There's me concentrating on that bar. Get quite close. You're going to see me go on the brakes, and as I get closer, slowly roll off into the corner. Come off, roll onto the throttle. Gear shift slightly earlier, just to save the rears from turning. This is where I'm going to be quite slow because I'm just trying to get that corner perfect. Over the curb. I can hear just some clicking, that's all from my controller. Like my headphones are being a bit funny, so when I go into pits, like I said I would do before but didn't, as I forgot, I'm going to check that my voice is still working, that you can still hear me and all that jazz, because I had an issue in the first live stream where I completely cut out for the entire first of 2 videos, so you can't actually hear me at all. You just hear a lot of annoying noise. Sorry about that. 3rd gear. I don't know what gear I should be in for some of these corners, because I know that I'm not a fuel saving kind of guy, and I'm definitely not helping by dropping to pretty much the lowest gear possible in every single corner, but I don't know where I would need it, where I need that torque and where I don't. So not perks of not being professional at all. Here we go, catching up to what I believe would be 18th or 17th maybe. I wish it came up with the position on top of them. That was me braking too late into the first part of the chicane, so having to take that second bit very, very, very sharp and really not helpful at all. But my mistake, so heyo. Blue flag being waved, I can see. Loving these little details from Gran Turismo. There we go, blue flag. Where's he going to go? On the inside for me, that's not too helpful. You can see he's stuck to the right of the road, thank you very much. Am I ahead? Yes I am. Just jump over that, it's fine. Oh, jumping over that put me onto the gravel. I'm going to stick to the side of the road if he wants to catch up, which I don't think he will, that's fine. But if he did there, I would have let him pass, it's only fair. Just concentrating through there, getting that section right, because I think I'm quite good on this exit, because this is where I've overtaken a few people next lap pitting is going to push it. If you look down there, just slightly under a quarter. Usually I'm just slightly over a quarter, so there might be a bit of fuel saving for the next part of the lap. For the last part of this lap. Here we go, English. He's doing great. Here we go, we're going to get on the brakes as late as possible, I guess. Use the engine as the brake too. Probably doesn't help the fuel, but it helps me. Okay, so I've just realised the problem. My brakes were on slightly. I don't know how long that's been going on for. If it was just into there, but obviously my controller's connected so I can use this microphone. And it was just slightly on the brakes then. So I don't know if that's been there for a little while or not. Is me not concentrating. This is why I'm not a professional driver. But my brakes were slightly on then, which probably didn't help at all. I mean, my controller was very well balanced, but having the brakes on is not going to help. I'm just staring at my fuel a bit here. It's a bit worrying, really. The tyres are slightly gone, but that's absolutely fine. I am going to drop into the hard to see what happens. I have to understand they may be a little bit less grippy. Yeah, look. Oh, okay, this is okay. This is where I usually see it pop up, saying that I'm running out of fuel, so I can kind of push it. That is fine. It probably wasn't much worse than I think, but I did upshift a little bit early, so maybe a little bit helped by me. However, probably just me being a bit paranoid and expecting it to be a lot worse than it was. Drop into the hards, pause the game, or if I could do it in 25 seconds, check my phone, which is there. Here we go. Into the pits, select hard tyres, grab my phone, unlock it, check I'm heard. Grab my phone. There we go. Probably echo or my voice. Replying to someone's text. Awesome. Fuel all the way up. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're gonna see if we can get this right. Down, down, down. Curbstone, curbstone, slide, that's fine. Okay, so I'm in third position, but I assume the person in front is only 1.4 seconds away, so that will be second in the 919. That's okay. First place I'm really hoping isn't that far ahead, because about 10 laps remain, which does mean I am going to do one of those early pit stops I did mention before. There is still a blue flag going on, so I assume the person in front of him is not first place, but what could be 17th place? We ever took 17th, so maybe 16th place. Oh, second place being a bit slow through there. I'm going to try getting through this bit. Oh, onto the back straight, and I tapped his rear, which means I'm going to be dropping behind, which is not helpful. Throttle all the way, sixth. I don't want to break into his rear, but I'm going to be able to get next to him through here. I'm just going to try to get the better exit, actually. Like I did. Whoa! Very close to him there. I didn't feel a scratch. Usually you can feel it vibrate when you hit when you just slide past someone. So I think we just got very, very close. We're now 8 seconds behind, which is about a lap's worth of racing if I get it all perfect and all right. Here we go. We're the heaviest we are going to be, though, for the entire race. So unhelpful. This Nismo is much quicker down these straights, which is fine, but hopefully I'm a bit more aggressive, a bit better through the braking zone. Yeah, I am, so I don't have to fight into a corner with a back marker. That's never too fun. All the way around and lean on the throttle. There we go. We don't want to make that same mistake I keep making, where I'm twitching, where I'm falling onto the gravel because I'm pushing it just that little bit too hard. Come up wide, very slowly but surely, close to the edge, inwards, brake, brake, brake. There we go, second. Awesome. And roll on the throttle again, there we go. Whoa. Pushing it quite hard, but that's fine. Do you know what? I'm loving this. Over the curve. Have to be a bit later on there, but my brain just goes, just eat it, just go straight in. bump the entire thing over and you're fine. But that should not be the case. This curb, these curbs. Good. 11 minutes remain. Getting very hot now. Here we go, and into 6th gear. We're going to drop into 3rd gear. Down, down, down. I can push as hard as I want. I'm not worrying about fuel. I know I'm going to go back in the pits again at some point. This is also the hard tyres. They're feeling absolutely the same. They seem to be lasting a little bit longer. If that was the 2nd lap out, and my tyres don't look any worse than the mediums did on the 1st lap, so may as well stick with these tyres. I don't think it makes a difference by that point, because I am going to go straight into the pits later. I might even... Oh, he's gone wide. Oh, and he's tapped me. Thanks a lot for that. I feel like the AI have been trained to get straight back on the road if they fall off. However, that does mean that if something like that happens where I'm going straight past, they will just go straight into the side, which is quite annoying. However, online it's probably no different, to be honest. Most people just get straight back on the track and don't really question where people are. Position seems more important online anyway, so yeah. Gaining one is very important, so if you go from 4th to 3rd, it's wow. However, if you go from 4th to 5th, it's equally as boring. Whereas on these kind of races, going up 3 positions is very meh. Getting into 1st, that's exciting, but fighting with AI is less interesting, I guess. Feels easier because they're much more likely to avoid you, or much more likely to just go straight into you. It's not really a whole talent sort of thing. Only 2.4 seconds away, which means that in front of me is a back marker, I assume, because I did just see him get overtaken, and I'd be surprised if 1st place just got overtaken. Down, down, down again, into 3rd, off the brake, on the throttle very slowly. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. That slide was quite aggressive. I don't think I'm close enough to the person in face. I'm pretty sure it is a Mazda, the Mazda 28B, or whatever it's called, the Le Mans car. However, I could not be sure on the name. Where are we going to go? Definitely sounds like it. That sounded pretty amazing. Much better acceleration through there. In front of me is another back marker. We're getting quite far through the grid of back markers, but that's not helpful because I'm trying to get 1st place and we're all fighting with traffic now. Oh, am I just going to get you on the inside of this one? Yep. But no, you're going to get me through there, which is really annoying. There we go. Thank you for moving out the way. And on the throttle completely. Didn't want to go out wide too far, but pretty special, pretty cool. Get later. Didn't do that anyway. That's fine. There we go. That is definitely the Mazda. Does it say name on it? No. You're so much quicker down the straights than me. Take me as long as I get your slipstream. Oh, we're going to be next to each other when we get down here. I think my top speed's better though. Yeah, he broke way earlier, which is very helpful. Now this in front of me should be 1st place. Here we go. There's no chance the next person on the mini-map is 1st place. This is 1st place ahead of me. And we are going to attempt to overtake him. And when should I pit? What time? About 5 minutes before the end, maybe. What's the chances I can hold all of this fuel, do some granny shifting, be super careful, and maybe, just maybe, conserve this fuel right to the very end. 7 minutes. What, 1 minute 30 per lap? There's a chance. There is a chance where I'm not going to have to pit, and I think that will be better for me, to be honest. So if I'm careful, I don't try to get too caught up in fighting him. Maybe I'll take him down this straight into the 1st chicane. The 2nd chicane, my mistake. Maybe you can see me granny shifting a little bit. It's just giving me that opportunity. Although I said I'm being careful in my shifting, I managed to get that being the best. I don't think this will be. I was being a bit careful through there. For obvious reasons, don't really want to bump into him. But where I am going to be able to get him, he's not through there apparently. He's going to be down this back straight here, but I managed to get that wrong, so we'll just hold back for a bit. I'm not going to push to overtake him too aggressively, because I want to conserve fuel. If I get caught up and try to fight him all the time, I am just going to end up just fighting him and losing all the fuel I'm trying to conserve. There's a chance he ends up pitting very soon, because he pitted just before I did before, so and he has ended up pitting quite a bit before me, so there's a chance he goes into the pits anyway. However, I am catching him down the straight just a little bit, so that does mean there's a chance I'll catch him down the back straight or the front straight as well. Ooh, although I'm much better on the brakes through there than the AI. Where can I get him? Oh, he got much better exits through there. I was getting caught up. And there you go, like I said, in the pits, so I'm going to be very, very careful now. I'm just going to shift slightly. Once it comes up the pits, we'll see how far away ahead we are, see how careful we are able to be. Don't have a 7th gear. Kind of have to use the engine as a brake though through there, so there's that. 5 minutes remain, and we have half our fuel left. I think we're going to be able to make it. And I don't know how hard I have to push, and I don't know how much I have to save, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. We have got 25 seconds to the person behind. This is all good news. Oh, jeez. That was me getting distracted. I got a message in. It's absolutely fine. We have the time to chill out, to relax. Fine if I'm 2 seconds ahead, then I'll worry, but I'm going to assume less than 27 seconds, as I did just spin, or maybe it hasn't actually changed yet. That is a back marker behind me, I don't have to worry about that. But maybe if it drops to 10 seconds or something, I should be a bit worried. But right now I'm just going to lightly conserve fuel. We've got 4.5 minutes remaining, and half our fuel left. So let's be extra careful. Just shifting that little bit earlier, just braking that little bit earlier, so I don't have to gear down so aggressively. Well, actually, you know what, I'll drop it into 4th through here. There's no reason I have to be into 3rd. And we'll just shift lightly. This is going to be a really boring end to this race, but it's going to end up with me being in 1st. So that is the point. We have 4 minutes remaining, and in 1.5 minutes a lap. If I have enough fuel, I'm being caught up by this back marker. If we have enough fuel, I will try set up fastest lap on the last lap. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty chill. We're now only 20 seconds ahead, so I'm definitely losing time to people behind. However, I'm also saving this fuel, not having to pit, being extra careful. I don't know if they have to pit or not, but I know that I might have to if I push it just a little bit too hard. Okay, we have about 2 laps in the time now, 3 laps in the time. We have probably 5 laps in the fuel. I don't know, I can't change this track map at the bottom right. I don't have that set, I have indicators set instead, which is quite helpful for racing, as well as this fuel, so I kind of got stuck in between. 8th place now is the one with the weird map and weird flag, which I really don't know. I went a bit too aggressive on there, that's fine. I'm just going to be that extra bit careful. We just have to be careful. We have about 2 laps remaining, and I don't want to overdo it now, and I don't want to make the mistake now. That won't be too fun. Again, on the throttle, 4th gear, 5th gear, 6th gear. Come on. I mean, it's doing pretty well. By the end of this lap, there'll be about 30 seconds remaining if I'm correct. And I will push it as hard as possible, because I am losing time to the person behind, which is fine because it's 19 seconds. And I probably lost half a second, maybe a second in that lap. So I'm still being safe, it's still okay. Nothing too wrong is going to happen. Stick in 3rd gear through here, why not? See what happens. Really low down the revs is what happened. Yeah, 18 seconds now. And on the throttle, over the curb, just about, there we go, lovely. And then, that's outside, inside, I was inside, outside, come on. Get that right. Down the straight I'm going to be super slow, and you're going to see the time probably drop. No, apparently I'm managing to fly ahead of the person behind me, so that was quite surprising. 1.5 seconds slower than my best lap, which I don't think we've had at all other than when I was fuel saving, so lap left. And probably about 1.5 laps of fuel left, so see if we can set the fastest lap. Hopefully we don't make a mistake and we don't waste any more fuel than we have to, because we have about enough for this one last lap. Here we go. What are we aiming to get? A 1:34 point, let's say 4. If I could drop 200 per second, I'll be quite happy. I don't think I could drop much more. Although I have, if you look in front of me now, there's a bunch of back markers, which might make this super difficult. We'll have a see. Whatever it is, I don't think that exit was any better than my fastest lap, but that's fine. If I can get the rest of it down, maybe if I can even catch some of these slipstreams, I should be alright. I'm pretty sure the fastest lap I was actually fighting for a position, and I managed to maybe catch a slipstream and overtake him quite easily. If I remember correctly, that's how that went down. He kind of caught it quite aggressively, which means I will, and then we'll come up close here. Hopefully he pulls over to the side, which he did. Just going to be given that overtake, which is nice. Getting the exit quite late. Whoa, okay. Woohoo! Loving it so far. Get quite close to that inside. Very smooth out wide. Here we go, we're getting the brakes. Oh, actually nearly a second slower. And we haven't had the fuel warning up yet, so that's quite nice. This is the final lap of an hour of racing. Wow, 36 laps. I think I said 38 and I said 40 to be safe, and we didn't have to pit again, which I thought I would have to. I thought I was going to pit near the early 30s again, just so I could do the overtakes later on. There we go. There's our warning. And there we go. Cross the finish line. Finished. Awesome. Oh. I had quite a quick start. I went straight into it, so I'm going to have a quick end as well. 400 grand. We're going to collect my daily work at 138 miles. Amazing. Wow, okay. Leveled up, which is awesome. That was quite a bloody experience. That's I forget how long these things take. I've been recording for an hour and 2 minutes. So we'll collect the car. Disappear. But that was special. Always is special doing those endurance races. What car do I want? I want, no joke, I actually want the VW, the camper van. I haven't got one of those yet, but I've got one of everything else except from this Corvette. I literally bought a Raptor, what, yesterday or something? So, hey ho. The more the merrier. It's a shame that 2 people have just joined, because I've just finished now. So that's going to be it for that. Next time we're going to be going on and doing the Endurance League GT3 Race 3. This has been the hardest series so far, a 5th, a 2nd, and hopefully a 1st for the first time in this series, because although I've only got a 5th, 2nd in there, I managed to come 1st in all of these, which they've all finished now. So it's a shame there won't be any more prototype racing, as it's my favourite. However, we're going from prototype to GT3, and then one step below we're going to go for the usual road cars. So thanks for watching that, and I hope to see us on YouTube and hopefully get more views than I did during the race. However, it's just an easy way to film with a wheel cam. And there's my mouth, and broadcasting. Goodbye. Ta-ra.